Well, hello guys and welcome back to this channel. So for today's video guys, I'm gonna teach you on how to better reposition your familiars here in Familiar Arena. So this is not the first time that I've talked about Familiar Arena guys. And if you guys haven't checked out my video with regards to Familiar Arena guys, I'll be putting the link in the description box below to help you better understand what I'm gonna be talking about in this video. And also, if you guys are just new to my channel, it would be a huge help if you could subscribe to my channel, as it would greatly boost my confidence into making more videos like this. So, without further ado, let's begin.
A little longer than a few minutes later.
So I have a clip here guys which clearly demonstrates the different positioning tactics that I do here in Familiar Arena. So first of that is that I put a range familiar in my position 1. So in this case guys, it's Toko. And the reason I put in Toko here guys is that so I can separate the Sparky from the Ebon Thorax. So this would greatly benefit me as my frontliners would take lesser damage from the first skill usage. So if I play here guys, you can clearly see that Sparky attacked my Toko, all the while Ebon Thorax attacked my Ouroboros. So this is a great way guys to disperse the damage of the enemy familiars and at the same time give your frontliners a better chance at surviving in the first skill usage. And the next positioning tactic that I did here guys is that I put my Ebon Thorax on the position 5. So putting your melee familiars on the backline guys gives them a better chance at casting their skill without getting cancelled by the enemy familiar's skill. So I suggest guys that you put your familiar that you don't want to get cancelled on the position 5, as it has a lesser chance of getting cancelled by the enemy familiar's skills. So if I play here guys, you can clearly see that my Ebon Thorax outskilled the enemy Ebon Thorax. So I know guys that most of you are having a hard time fighting Ebon Thorax with your own Ebon Thorax, as the enemy Ebon Thorax is usually the one who gets to use his skill first before your Ebon Thorax. That's why your Ebon Thorax always gets cancelled. But in this case guys, my Ebon Thorax is the one who got to use his skill first since I put my Ebon on the backline in the positioning phase. And if you continue on this clip here guys, you can clearly see that my lineup got the advantage because my frontliners did not get bursted down in the first skill usage. So if you guys are liking this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and please subscribe to my YouTube channel. So next guys is the use of familiar specific toys. So I know guys that it's not related to positioning your familiars, but I think that it is something that you should know. So using familiar specific toys guys gives a much higher effect than using toys that are available to all. And at the same time guys, using familiar specific toys is stackable, so you don't have to worry of it not getting the full effect. So for example guys, I'm using the familiar specific toy on Toko, which gives it a skill cooldown reduction. So instead of getting only 7% of skill cooldown reduction, I'm actually getting 14%. So next guys is checking your enemy's familiars. So I've already talked about this trick guys in my previous videos, but I'm repeating this for the sake of this video. So what's the point of checking your enemy's familiar in better repositioning your familiars here in Familiar Arena? So if you know guys the familiars that your enemy will be using here in Familiar Arena, you can better reposition or yet change your familiars to have a better advantage in your enemy. So you can either set your team once you have checked the enemy's familiar, and you can position it based on the familiar of your enemy. So for example, if their frontline is an earth type, you can choose to put Shrimpiler on the front line instead of a Toko, or Suryu, or Toko. So you can just complete setup, then you can fight the enemy better by changing your team. So that is everything that I know with regards to positioning your familiars here in Familiar Arena. So if you guys like this video, be sure to hit the subscribe button if you are just new to this channel. And if you guys have any questions, suggestions, or thoughts with regards to positioning your familiars here in Familiar Arena, you can write it down in the comment section down below and we will try to answer all of that. So once again, thank you guys and God bless.